Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Teach Me to Code screencast. This is Charles Max Wood, and this week I'm going to be jumping in and showing some of the features of has and belongs to many and has many through. There have been several requests in the UserVoice section of Teach Me to Code, the website. Here, let me just pull it up for you real quickly here. So on the website here, if you click on Request a Topic, you can see that these are the top requests for me to do screencasts on. Honestly, I would love to do some of these other ones. This one, I need to learn a little bit more about JRuby, Glassfish, and Warble. I would love to learn Android app development, and so feel free to vote those up. They're just not part of the expertise that I feel like I have at the moment. But these are what people have voted for. I've kind of ignored UserVoice for a while, and I apologize if you've been trying to get me to do some of these. But anyway, this week I'm going to be doing part of the extended many-to-many tutorial, and you can see here that there are a couple of different things here that people have asked for. So right now I'm just going to show you how many-to-many is done in Rails. And next time I'll jump into nested attributes in forms, and then the third week, and I may not do these consecutively, but I'm planning on doing these two in the next 2 weeks at least, and then I'll dive into polymorphism in many-to-many relationships and show you how that works or doesn't work, as you may find. So anyway, I'm also planning a few deployment related episodes, and then we'll do something cool like this. So anyway, if you have other topics you want me to cover, or you want to vote some of those up, just go to Request a Topic and let me know what you want me to cover. Anyway, so let's go into many-to-many, and this is pretty basic, I think, for the beginner and mid, lower intermediate levels of Rails functionality, but it's something worth going over, I think. So anyway, what we're going to do here is, if we do a quick, if we look at our models, we have a user model and a bookmark model. And in classic has and belongs to many form, what we may want to do is actually set up tags for our bookmarks. Now, I'm going to set up a has and belongs to many. A lot of people prefer doing a has many through relationship, and I'll show you that in a minute. I think has and belongs to many is generally all right if you don't have any metadata that you need to store on the relationship. And in the case of a bookmark belonging to a tag, I think that's pretty straightforward that way. I don't care when the bookmark had that tag added to it. I don't really care why or what or anything. All I care is that tag belongs to that bookmark, and that bookmark belongs to that tag. End of story. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to generate the model. And all I can really think of on this tag is the name. So, and if I could type, then we would have a model by now. So anyway, we're going to generate this tag. And then the next thing that we need to do, and that's pretty much all we have to do for that, we do need to set up the association once we're ready to go, but we need a mapping table for this. So we're going to use migration, create, bookmarks, tags. And the reason that we're doing this is because on many-to-many relationship, this is going to be the name of the table, bookmarks, tags. And the reason is because it's a has and belongs to many between bookmarks and tags. And so the convention is to pluralize both, put them in alphabetical order, and separate them by an underscore. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and copy the file path and open it up. So anyway, it opened it up over here. Now I did get a few comments on the size of the text in the last screencast, and I apologize for that. I didn't even think about it, but I should have. So anyway, we will. I've increased the font size quite a bit here. If it's still too small, let me know. So create table. Pretty standard stuff. Bookmarks, tags. And then what we're going to do is we're actually not going to have an ID column on this one. It's going to be strictly for mapping. There's not going to be anything else on it. So we're going to do ID false, and that's all it takes to not include the ID on the ID column. So anyway, then we need two integer columns. Probably no shock here what they're called. And then one thing that a lot of people forget when they're doing this is to add indexes. But since this is a mapping table, it's going to be joining across it. So we need those bookmarks. And then on the down migration, all we need to do is drop the table. Now there's one other thing that I want to do in here while we're in the migration, and I'm gonna commit a little bit of a faux pas. I don't think it's a big deal, but I want to point out that I'm not actually going to migrate any of the tags that are currently saved on the bookmarks table into the tags table. I'm just going to drop them completely. The reason that I'm okay with this is because that I haven't deployed this anywhere. I'm not actually going to be losing anybody's data. I might lose a little bit of data that I've put in there while I've been playing with this app, but I'm okay with that because I'm the one that has to deal with it. Oh, remove column. We want to add a column. Bookmarks tags, it's a string, and that's about it. So then if we come over here, reg db migrate, you can see there's a little bit of an issue with my Janus setup with the GitHub markup gem. I haven't taken the time to figure that out. So if it bothers you, tell me how to fix it, and if it doesn't bother you, then that's fine. Anyway, so you can see here that it went ahead and it generated the two tables, it dropped the column, we're all good. So then what we can do here is we can actually open up our console. Now remember that SC in this case is going to be running Rails console. And in fact, for these screencasts, I probably ought to just do that, Rails console. Note to self. Anyway, so then if we do, if we set up, we have this bookmark, and then we can create a tag. So tag equals tag dot new name, and we'll say search engine. So b dot tags t undefined method tags for bookmark. And if we come over here, and I had a few people tell me, several people tell me that I could do this. I just hit Command T, I'm running Janus, and it does this magic thing for me. Bookmark.rb, and then if we come down here, that's actually gone now. If we come down here, then what we can do is we can say has and belongs to many tags. Then the next thing that we need to do is obviously we need to do the same thing on here. Has and My finger's not on the home row correctly. That's why I'm having issues here. So then if we come over here, we reload. We already have T, I think. Oh, I just ran new instead of create. That's the problem. Name, search engine. So then we have a tag, b.tags, t. There we go. And we're good to go. So that's a has and belongs to many. You can also do b.tags, it'll look it up. b.tags.create, name, Google. You know, that you get all this extra functionality out of it. All right. Well, now what we want to do is, let's say that we want a user to be able to know what tags he's used on his bookmarks. Make sense? So let's go ahead and enter our, in fact, I think I have, no, I closed it. All right. App models user. So we will open this guy up. You can see that he has many bookmarks. And if we come down here, then we can actually has many tags. Now, the tag doesn't have any reference back to the user, but the bookmark does. So through bookmarks. Okay, I already wrote it, so we can come back over here. Open up the console again. And then what we can do is we can do u equals user.first. u.bookmarks, it includes that bookmark, so u.tags. All right, so it doesn't like that it has a has and belongs to many. So I've seen has many through. I've used it with has many, has many. I haven't used it with has many through. So, and I think what the problem is it's the way that it builds the query. So what it does is it actually does the join through the bookmarks table and then does another join to the tags table looking for the foreign key on the tags table. My understanding is that this will actually work in Rails 3.1, but I'm not entirely sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to push this up to GitHub, and then I'm actually just going to cheat. If cheating bothers you, then I apologize. But anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to actually, I think we just need to roll back once. No, we do need to roll back twice. So what we've done is we've rolled it back to the point where there is no tags table. And what we're going to do instead is we will Here, let me bookmark. So we're going to cheat and we're going to make this a legitimate has many. And what that means is that we're going to have to go into the tags table and we're going to have to add a column for the bookmark, which isn't a big deal. So we just come in here. Integer bookmark ID, and I would usually add an index for that one as well, but not overly worried about it. And I'm going to let it create the mapping table, because at this point we don't particularly care one way or the other. So did I close my command prompt? Yep, must have. All right. So while we're at it, tag.rb, this actually needs to be a belongs to. And then what we can do is, if we come into here and then what we can do is we can do user dot first. We can get the first user. I actually want to just assign that real quick. And that's a neat trick that you can use. The underscore is the last return value. So b equals underscore assigns it to b. And then, in fact, let's do it this way. b.tags.create name Google. b.tags, u.tags. Has many through association not found. Could not find association bookmark in user in model user. And had I read the error before, that might have been our problem the whole time. But anyway. So, and I'm not on the home row again. So u equals user.first, u.tags. And that worked. So now I'm curious. So I'm going to go back. I have a long track with that mistake in there. But anyway, we're going to go back. Okay. Has and belongs to many. Write this, go back to the previous buffer again. It won't let me roll that back either. Okay, so we've made all the necessary changes, except, yeah, that's it. So then if we come back here, rake db rollback, then we can roll it back to the point where it creates the tags table again, and then we can just migrate everything back down. And then we can see if this will actually work with has and belongs to many. I won't use my little alias this time. So we'll get the first bookmark for that user, b.tags.create, name, Google, u.tags. No, it still doesn't like it. Yeah, invalid source reflection macro has and belongs to many for has many tags through bookmarks. Use source to specify the source reflection. So it doesn't like that we're using a has and belongs to many. It is actually telling us that it wants us to use a has many on that. So anyway, that's where we're at with this. This is in active record, like I said, 3.0.3, or you can see that there. And this is a reasonable demo for this. And I'm probably going to cut it off way back before I decide to get into this whole mess, and if not, then not. But anyway, so that's has and belongs to many in a nutshell. That should get you going. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at chuck@teachmetocode.com, or you can call me at 801-367-6164. I had somebody point out, oh, you're in Utah? Yes, I'm in Utah. So if you're local and you want to grab lunch or something sometime, feel free to give me a call. Thanks. Bye. Need expert help with your Ruby, Rails, or Sinatra application? Give me a call. My phone number is 801-367-6164, or you can email me, chuck@teachmetocode.com. Thank you. New Relic is the leading provider of application performance management tools for Ruby and Java applications. Thousands of companies use New Relic RPM to monitor, troubleshoot, and optimize applications deployed either in the cloud or in dedicated hosting environments. RPM Lite is free, fully supported, unlimited time version available at www.newrelic.com. All the leading Rails companies use New Relic, including 37 Signals, AT&T Interactive, Shopify, OurStage, IGN, and lots more.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!